Time for Big Game Breakdown. As always, live odds, sportsbookreview.com. The early game Thursday, 4:30 Pacific, West Regional, San Jose, West Virginia, and Gonzaga. Zags 3.5, 148.5 the total. Has the major weakness for the Zags been shown? But was it hidden? Because not only is the WCC soft, but also slow. The Bulldogs don't like to be pressured. Two teams over the past month tried to chase them down with pressure. BYU plus 21, down 14 early, won the second half 44-30, and the game 79-71. Cougars weren't any kind of a run, and they went out and got smashed by St. Mary's here in Vegas at the West Coast Conference Tournament a week later. Then they lost 105-89 at home in the NIT against Arlington. BYU had 9 steals, Gonzaga had 15 turnovers versus only 8 assists in the game. Northwestern getting 10.5, down 22 early, won the second half 53-41. They had 11 steals. Gonzaga had 13 turnovers and 11 assists. What is the deal here, Teddy? Because you look, BYU and Northwestern, they stink at pressure.
Well, that's the irony of it, okay? The fact that Gonzaga hasn't faced teams that give them a lot of ball pressure. And when they faced a couple of teams that, because they trailed by margin early, went to a more aggressive approach and then basically collapsed in both of those games, the BYU game and the Northwestern game, unable to execute their offense against that pressure, well, to me, that's something of a red flag. And look at the graphic. As you mentioned, BYU and Northwestern not even any good at pressure defense. The best defense Gonzaga faced in the West Coast Conference. They face St. Mary's. They don't do ball pressure. That's not what they do. It's not about turnover percentage. It's not about steal percentage. And heck, throw the graphic up with all the rest of the West Coast Conference up there. You're not going to see, and the one team, Loyola, that presses. Come on, Loyola doesn't do it with good players. There's a big difference between the press that Gonzaga is going to see against West Virginia than the press that they saw against Loyola Marymount. So this is a team that hasn't seen a lot of this, hasn't reacted particularly well to it when they have seen it. And now, by the way, one more graphic to throw up there. Look at West Virginia, number 1 in the country in turnover percentage, number 3 in steal percentage. Mark Few might have a matchup problem in this one.
This is knockout information. If they solve the press, they're okay. But again, if they turn the ball over, they're going to get blown out, like they did if it happens like they did in the first 2 rounds. Remember, they stuck against South Dakota State too. Gonzaga number 1 in defensive efficiency, number 1 in effective field goal percentage, and 30th at clearing the boards on defense. A key because West Virginia is number 6 at grabbing offensive rebounds. I wasn't impressed with Karnowski. He didn't play well. He didn't play well against Northwestern, and Goss struggled against South Dakota State. So we'll see how they do in this one on Thursday too. But I'll tell you, this team, West Virginia, come on. What was the issue down the stretch? They couldn't score. Look what they did. They scored 86 against Bucknell, and they continued to make shots against Notre Dame.
Sure. Against Notre Dame, 27 of 54, so 50% overall. They had 8 of 14 from beyond the arc, 21 of 26 from the charity stripe. 5 different players scored in double digits. And again, here on Sportsbit, we like to look at what the opposing coach says after the team played them. Here's what Mike Bray said after West Virginia beat Notre Dame last weekend. Quote, "I didn't expect them to shoot it from outside as well. I thought we could play a little more zone and make them make more threes. And they made every big 3-point shot. Carter's a big-time winner. What a stud guard he is. He's fabulous. He's just a veteran winner in college basketball." And the quote from Carter himself, "All year, we've been telling ourselves we got the best group of guards in the country, and we truly believe that. So when it's time for us to play, we got out there, we give it our all." It's worth noting, however, West Virginia, despite their good shooting last weekend for the season, just number 110 in effective field goal percentage against Gonzaga's number 1 rated defense. And from the charity stripe, how about number 239 at hitting their free throw attempt?
The supporting cast for Gonzaga is going to have to be huge in this one. This is the spot you like, right? Gonzaga favored, and they haven't got the money yet.
In general, the teams that have gone 0-2 ATS and 2-0 straight up tend to be value-laden teams when it comes to the Sweet 16. Obviously, they went 2-0 straight up. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in the Sweet 16. But teams like Gonzaga do not have a betting bandwagon to worry about right now. That being said, the Zags had a betting bandwagon all year long, and they were the single best point spread team in the country for an extended stage this season. When we're talking about value-laden squads, Gonzaga not at or near the top of my list.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.